So anyway, uh, so I started looking at Revelation because I was like, okay, if all of this stuff is lining up, because there's even new feasts, like there's new, I mean, new to us, but there's feasts and festivals in the original solar calendar that aren't in the lunar calendar. They actually have 12 of them. Maybe as many as 14, depending how you count certain ones, but 12 seems to be right. Whereas the lunar calendar only has seven. Well, there's a prophecy that talks about time, time, and half a time. And a lot of people, and it's talking about the tribulation. It says, time, times, and half a time, such and such will happen. Well, a lot of people think that that just means 3.5 years. It is, but not exactly. What's really saying that the times, the original word is moedim, and it means like feast and festival cycles. So one complete festival cycle, yeah, that would be 1 year with 12 festivals. And then you have two festival cycles because time times half a time, and you got 2 years. So far, so good. Then you get to the half a time. Well, if it's the lunar calendar, then you have to explain how are you going to split seven by half because you got
Mm.
seven festivals there, and you can't do it. And you can't say, well, some of the festivals go on for like a week, so maybe one of those it's just a few days here and a few days there. Well, then it's not a complete festival. Like the festival is complete when it's complete and it counts as one. They're not divisible like that. If you only do half the festival, you didn't do the festival. So you can't split seven in half. But you can split 12 in half. And so when I did that, and I believe that, if I remember right, I believe that prophecy had something to do with the two witnesses or something. But there's a big debate going on right now, and has been for years, on when do the two witnesses show up? Do they show
Right.
up in the beginning of the tribulation, or do they show up in the second half of the tribulation? Well, with this calendar, definitively, you can say it has to be the first half because when you try to plug the numbers into the second half, it doesn't match at all. It doesn't work. Those day counts are all messed up. But if you plug those numbers into the first half, it's just beautiful. It's perfect. It matches beautifully. Things end on festival days as you would expect them to, and it just works out amazingly. So that's one small example of how you can use this calendar to add some context to some of the prophecies that we're already aware of and some of the things that people might be wondering about.